I can have this all together. I like to be in unison with all my social media. I figure why not kill three birds with one stone at a time? And if I could do 4 or 5 at the same time, I'm going to do it just like that. Okay. Because I like the shortcut. You feel me? I like the shortcut. So what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about having thick skin. Okay. Thick skin. And I thought I should talk about this because I have real thick skin. Thick skin. I had to grow up, having 2 different households because I had to go live in Tennessee for the summertime and I had to live with my mom, in New Orleans. And New Orleans, that's a whole different ball game right there. Amongst that, before I had to go live in New Orleans, my parents, they split when I was a baby. And from then on, it was like whoa when they got together. They both didn't like each other. I mean, didn't like each other. When my father was dying, I thought that when he would say, your mother, for a minute there, I thought he was talking about my mom, but he was talking about, my other mom that he was married to, that he's married to, so it's like, I didn't know who he was talking about. I just thought, he just said your mom, right? So, but let me tell you, I was thinking, okay, my dad's so sick, he don't understand what I'm saying. So I told him, I said, so who you talking about? My mom, Bernadine? And he said, no. So I was like, oh, okay. So I know they still, don't like each other. And so it's not funny, but it just goes to show you that, stuff happens in any relationship or, and when you're a kid, you got to have thick skin. I remember 5 years old, right before I went to New Orleans, I was in my arm was broke. I had to go to the hospital, get a cast because my mom had a boyfriend who was real abusive. And he used to, beat me a lot. And the last thing I remember is that he had my mom and my sister tied up and he was beating me and he broke my arm. And then once he left the house, I went and untied him and we went to the police station, right? So, but that was still an experience as a kid before, when I was around 5 years old to deal with something like that. And then after that, we moved to New Orleans, which New Orleans, that's a tough place. You know what I'm saying? You can't you got to have thick skin living in New Orleans. And when I say thick skin, I mean, you have to be tough. You have to be tough. A lot of people, they wonder why we teach our children, black and brown children, how to be tough. And that's because we the ones in society that society considers a certain type of way. They look down on us. They feel like, we can't amount to anything, that we're not going to be anything, that, we don't have a chance in life because of the color of our skin. That's how they feel. And in order for you to get through life, you have to get through society too. It's not just getting through your family and how your family feels. It's not just that. You know why it's not just that? Because it's not just your family that raises a kid, it's society, period. That's the reason why the saying goes, it takes a village. Because it does take a village, man. When your kid hit the street and they going to school, the school is raising them. At the school, when they hit the block is raising them. Everybody play a part in raising your kid. Everybody. When I was growing up and we had to go to my dad's house, and I think before we even left to go to New Orleans, our next door neighbor was watching us, babysitting us. And to this day, I could go to Tennessee and, go knock on her door, doot, 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 and she remembered me. She was like, yeah, I used to babysit y'all. Your mama was so pretty. We loved your mama when she came around. You think I don't know the things and the stories they talk about with my mom. She must have been something because they treat her as if she was some type of star. And I believe that something happened in her life because I remember growing up and she had a friend named Belinda, which is still her friend. And Belinda used to look like Diana Ross to me. She had all these fur coats and stuff, and she was all dressed up, and I would see my mama all G'd up too, and I'm like, man, there's something going on, You don't really know what's going on. And I just found out that, that my mom was, my mom won an award. Hey, Mindy, how you doing? My mom won an award for being the first with her group of friends. It was two of them. Was it two or three? Two or three of them. I think it was three of them. Yeah, it was three of them. Three of them and her. They all integrated their high school. So, these are stories that you don't hear about what's going on in the hood or what's going on, with Black history. Because our history extends a lot further than just, the regular history. And that's what I write about in my book, The End of Systematic Racism. Because the more we write about the history of our people is the more we know, the more our kids know, the more we can uplift our people. It's a lot of us that have thick skin because we've had to live those times where we had to fight through a lot, We all had to have thick skin. You can't tell me that you've never been in a fight if you from the hood. You can't tell me that because we all have been there. We all been there. You can't tell me that some kid at school wasn't talking about you. You didn't go through the ribbon stages where somebody was ribbing you. We all been there. And as a Black person, you can't tell me that what you've been through, somebody didn't talk about you because of the color of your skin. We all been there. That's why we know what it means to be Black. And when people say, you shouldn't just make it a Black thing. No, I'm not making it a Black thing, but I do have to reiterate my own heritage so you can understand who I am, my story, where I come from. Because telling your story is how people know what's been going on in society. Society acts like they don't understand the tough life that we live, the things that we go through. We go through a lot, man. Even as a little kid, man, it's tough for us, It's tough. Because our everyday life sometimes is a war zone. We live through that. And even if you're living in a neighborhood where it's not, all ghetto or, all whatever, low income, even so, you still going through something. Why? Because you Black. And the reality, let's think about it. It's always been a brown paper, test. When it came to the Black community, when it came to any community, if you think about it. Because that brown paper bag It's what flows throughout history. That's the story that's always being told. That it's the brown paper bag. When you think about it, that brown paper bag. And when you think about no matter what country it is, no matter what country, it's always the brown paper bag. Because why? Black people spread throughout all the continents. We're all over the place. Yeah, because if you look at our history, if you look at the real history, you'll know that we come from in the direction of Africa, the Garden of Eden. And you can trace our history and see. I mean, of course, they've broken down our history and also erased it. So they don't want people to know who we really are. But it's important that we recognize ourselves, that we actually tell the world about our life. Because I hear a lot of people say they don't understand what it feels to be Black. But what you do understand is that in society, you are taught to feel a certain way about Black people. You're taught that. That's why when people meet Black people, y'all be surprised at our lives. You'll be surprised at who we are because you're taught to feel a certain way, that we are a certain way because society taught you that. Not just your family, but society. If racism can influence a whole group of people to feel that Black is inferior, then they've also taught other countries to think the same. And that's the reason why Black people in every country go through the same thing. They all go through that brown paper bag test. Even me, as brown as can be, wouldn't be accepted. Why? Because even the Indians that they want to call Indians, they're saying they are the original. They are Indians, but they're not the original. We are the darker skin. Let me tell you something about history. Let me tell you about history. History. Let me take some water. You know, I'm dehydrated. I need a swig of water. I'm D Lyrics, by the way. If I didn't introduce myself, I'm a rapper, author of the End of Systematic Racism. I am an activist in the Black community and also the community of peace, love, and God. You know, I am a writer, songwriter. I produce beats with my mouth and sounds, and then I recreate them in the studio and create something beautiful. You know, I believe in having a masterpiece, a work of art. You know, everybody has their own thing that they, have gifts in. I believe in God. You know, I believe in God. I believe in, just being yourself. That's what I believe in. So excuse me if I didn't introduce myself in the beginning. I just, I got too excited. I wanted to tell you about this thick skin because for me to even do this, I have to have thick skin. So maybe if I introduce my story first, you wouldn't worry about looking at me. You'll see who I am just from me talking about who I am rather than me telling you who my name is and who I am first. Because sometimes it pays to tell my story first. Therefore, you're not looking at me a certain way. You just see a woman on stage or a woman that's in this video just looking at you. No judgment. You have no idea who I am. I don't have a title. I don't have a personification. You don't even know I'm a perfect stranger. Somebody you never met before. But you heard of me. But you don't really know me. Most of the time when you meet people, you don't really meet the whole person, of course. You don't know who they are. You have no idea because you haven't been in their shoes. You don't know. So it's foreign to you. It's something that's different. This is not you. You don't even understand what's going on here. But people say that because they don't really know you. People only show who they want to show. When I met my baby, I didn't I didn't expect anything. I just wanted to see who she was. She was fascinating to me. I just felt like she's the one and I'm going to get to know her, figure out who she is, and love her anyway, even though I don't know her. You have to get to know a person, right? Some people, when you meet them at the bar, they may sleep together the first night. It can happen. But it also could be a connection, one that you've never had before, one that you've never thought about. Sometimes the best connections are the ones that are unexpected. So I thought I'd tell my story first so you can connect with me. So that you can connect with me. Therefore, you can resonate with my story before I even introduce myself to you. People get me misconstrued because they don't know who I am. So I can understand, I don't know who you are either. So, of course, I'm going to get misconstrued too. That's what I mean when I say, I can be treated like that, but I can also treat you like that inadvertently because I don't know you. You don't know me. Well, people are going to assume when they meet you because that's all they know is what you've shown them from the beginning. That's why they say good first impressions are the best. Nah, the good first impression might not be the best because some people they introduce their name first and not who they are. They may introduce their title first before they actually introduce their story or who they are. That's the same thing would happen to this country, man. If a person come up to you and say, hey, I want to do some business with you, but then they turn on you and put you into slavery, then are you to trust them? You don't know who they are. When I met my baby, I fell in love at first sight. First sight. I had no idea that I was gonna fall in love. I had no idea that I wanted forever with her, but I wanted forever with her. I had no idea she was gonna come back into my life, but she did. A lot of times she did. It's like a miracle. You hear me? Me being on my deathbed, dying from fibroid tumors, I had no idea that the next person I was going to be talking to was the love of my life. You don't know that. But I tell you one thing you do know. If you black in America, if you black anywhere in any country, you are going to go through something in life that has to deal with racism. Whether that's in your school, whether that's in your family, whether that's in a job, whatever you do in life, you always have a reminder that you are black. So black people in America, we have to have thick skin. And because of what our ancestors been through, we have to fight against the odds. We have to have so much of a thick skin that we stand up against oppression, defeat, racism, division, unbelief. Why? Because we believe. We've been taught through our great people, our great leaders, the people who have shown the way. Like Wilma Rudolph, when I met her, it was amazing to me. Because here it is, the woman that I'm looking at, that defeated the odds in so many ways. She was a black woman, for one. She had polio, for two. And she became a world champion in the Olympics. In of everything that you could think of but track. Come on now. That in itself is amazing. It's amazing. Why? Because she had to have thick skin to be who she is. She had to have thick skin. Because it took thick skin to overcome your disability. To say, I'm going to be a winner anyway. I was tough. I was tough on my brothers and sisters growing up. I mean, tough. You heard me? I was the bully in the house. So I guess you could say, yeah, I was the same as the people that's out on the street. When I came to New Orleans, I mean, after my arm was broke, it was no holds barred, man. I wasn't about to let nobody mess with me. Nah, not no more. I was strong. You heard me? And I didn't let it get the best of me, but I had to grow some thick skin. And growing up in New Orleans, man, it ain't nothing nice. I know y'all talk about Brooklyn and all this place. I'm sure every single hood had the same problem. Every single one. Look, I don't put nothing past your hood, your hood, your hood, none of your hoods. Because they all the same. Everybody in there had to have thick skin and a hustle. Why? Because being black in America is tough. And we ain't having to deal with the racists. We got to deal with other people. That's other races trying to look down on us and treat us bad. So yeah, we've been through a lot. We always had to have thick skin. Situations you couldn't even think of, we've been in. Ain't nobody running y'all down with a car to call you a nigga. But that's some of the stuff that we have to deal with. Sometimes the people in the neighborhood are joining a gang because they need to have thick skin. And they need protection too. I mean, when you think about New York and the Bronx and all these places, you also got to think about the racism that goes on in these places. So black people, either way it go, we going through some stuff. What I don't understand is why are we attacking each other, man, when we got all this shit on the outside attacking us? I don't understand that for the life of me. Because we'll come together, we shall overcome. And have a million man march, but when it come down to the hood, we ain't marching together. I don't understand that, okay? And I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Because we have thick skin when it comes to, you know, other neighborhoods. And when I say thick skin, no matter what the situation look like, you have to have that thick skin in order to deal with it. That's strength, no matter what. But why is it when it comes to our own neighborhoods, we don't have that thick skin in our strength? Yeah, sure, y'all gangsters. But the one thing that don't make people tough is standing up to yourself. Standing up to yourself is an everyday job. It's tough. You know why? Because you got to kick your own ass sometimes. Constantly reinventing yourself, constantly climbing out of what you think you should be versus what you should be, or what you should do with your life versus what you should do. It's a constant battle. And at times you have to ask yourself, who are you? Some people lost, they don't even know who they are. They don't. And that's understandable because in life you get to learn who you want to be. You get to learn who you want to be. That's what life is all about. You get to learn. But how many of you, when you was kids, dreamed about being a gangster? Because I know many people have, because they looked at videos on TV. That's why when I look at the rappers and they rapping about being a gangster, I just be looking at them like, man, you raising our shorties, man. Because like I said, it takes a village, bruh. It takes a village. So it's not only just the school and the streets that's raising your kids besides the home, it's the entertainment. It's the entertainment, bruh. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. They looking at that, man. And this is the thing, man. Most of y'all don't understand until you have a shorty of your own, man. And then when you have a shorty of your own, guess what, bruh? Now you like, man, look, I gotta protect my shorty, man. Now just think about all the other brothers that's just like you, was in the same neighborhood like you, in the same type of situation, in the same type of gang, bruh. And they started thinking the same way as you, man. I gotta protect my shorty. If you could think that a brother could think the same stuff that you, then you could think, bruh, look, his life is important too, just as much as yours. Why? Because we have our shorties to live for, bruh. What we raising, man? I want my sons to be kings. You heard me? To have so much thick skin that they gonna say no to something that's gonna put them in a situation to die or be put in jail, because that's not what I want for them. I don't even want them to choose that for themselves. So I'm gonna try everything in my power to teach them a different way. Because your life, think about it, would you want it for your shorty if you had one? You gotta have one now, but I listen to y'all gangsters. Y'all gangsters till you have a shorty. Sometimes it's your kids that change your minds about being gangsters. Because y'all tired of going through it, bruh. At that point in your life, you're going to have to grow some thick skin. It's not just having thick skin because you could carry a gun, but actually standing up to yourself, bruh, that's thick skin. Because you have to have thick skin to not want that for your life. You also have to start loving yourself. I know how that feels. You got to have thick skin to do that too. Fighting against yourself ain't easy, man. We got cravings all the time, man. It might be stuff that, I might want to eat. I might want to eat. You heard me? So you got to have some thick skin. Like I used to beat up my brothers and sisters, man. I was a bully. I wouldn't say a bully, but I think I was more or less trying to make them tough because I had to be tough, And I did. I had to be tough. I felt like it. I felt like I was the one who needed to be tough for all the kids, all my brothers and sisters. I feel like somebody had to be, because it's a cruel world out there and I have to protect them. You feel me? So with my little brothers, I felt like, they needed to be taught how to be men, basically how to be strong, you know? And so I was tough on them. tough on them. Because I felt like, man, they needed that. This is a cruel world out there, man, especially for black men. Bro, you have to, one, know how to defend yourself. You have to know how to be smart with your decisions. You have to think differently because you black. Don't think that what you're doing out here, somebody else is understanding to what you're doing. No, they not, bro. They don't live that life, man. They don't understand, bro. They don't comprehend what you're going through because it's not their life. So of course they wouldn't understand what it feels to be black because they're not going through it. They don't understand it. They don't understand how much you're at war. They don't understand it. When I went with this rapper to a club, he had his own entourage, right? And then the other people had their entourage. So it's like, and then if something pop off, it's one fighting the other. It's like, it may not have been a gang, but it was more like a gang. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their tough side. Everybody, it wasn't no love. Like you went in there and everybody like, what's up, what's up? Everybody went in there on guard. That's how we can't have a peaceful time when it go to, come to going out sometimes because it's always some type of opposition. So, I had to learn how to grow a thick skin, man. And I had to teach my little brother how to have thick skin. I remember one time his bike got stolen. Yep. He went and brought his bike somewhere and one of the kids stole his bike. And I was like, what? I wasn't having that. Somebody beat you up and took your bike, little brother? And you thought I probably would have went up there and when he got his bike back for him. But no, that's not what I told him. I'm a different kind of sister. You heard me? Maybe I'm just built different. But I told him, I said, look, bruh, I told you I was a tough sister. I ain't like the other. I ain't gonna baby fire. Because I know that's what you want me to do. No. Not all the time now. You gotta earn that. So when my brother came to me and told me that somebody beat him up and took his bike, I told him, I said, look, you don't let nobody take your bike. That's yours. Now you need to go up there and get your bike back. And if you don't go get your bike, you're going to have to deal with me. And I know you don't want to deal with me. So you better go get your back from them. Now you want to deal with them or you want to deal with me? And I was just a kid. You heard me? Telling that to my little brother. Just a kid. But I knew what I was talking about. So my little brother marched back up there. Sure did. Sure did. He went and marched back up there. Mm-hmm. And after he marched back up there, he came back with his bike. You heard me? Woo! He came back with that bike. You heard me? I was so damn proud of him. You heard me? I was proud of him. I was proud of him because he stood up for himself. It's not that I was trying to beat him up or anything like that. I was just trying to, scare him straight. Or should I say, scare him into loving himself more, believing in himself more. I wanted him to know that nobody can pick on you, bruh. You can get your bike back if you believe in yourself. What's going to scare you more? Me or you actually believing that you can go do it? That you can stand up for yourself? And he started to believe in himself. And he went up there and he got that bike. And he was proud of himself when he came back with that bike. He accomplished that. Felt good to him. It sure did. It felt good to him, okay? Felt good to him. So that's what I be doing to Brad. I be doing that to Brad because why? Why? Because I need her to believe in herself. Let me tell you something. If we going to be a unit, I can't be believing in myself and you ain't believing in yourself, damn it. No, hell no. It don't work like that because in the hood, it got to be a unit, bro. We all got to work. We all got to work together. Hell, I can't be, being the one who doing a lot of stuff and you ain't doing what you supposed to do. Like if I'm gonna have a fucking hit, you gonna have one too. If I see you not believing in yourself, I'm gonna make you have some thick skin till you do. You're damn right. Because I don't do things for people to feel intimidated by me. No, no, no. No, because if I'm doing good, then it's gonna propel you to want to do good. It's gonna propel you to want to be better. Come on now, baby. If we on the same team, we all gonna have to be bowlers and shot callers. You ain't have to tell me that you ain't believe in yourself. I see it. So, baby, look, you gonna have to get your shit together. Okay. Me and Babe can't be the only two people that think they the shit. Not that I think I'm the shit, but it's just that damn. You gotta believe in yourself, okay? That's where the thick skin come in at. Because as a black person in America, they gonna make you feel like you shouldn't. Like you shouldn't love yourself. Like you shouldn't feel good about who you are. Like you ain't good enough. But I bet you I make you believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. Because I believe in myself so much, I'm gonna make you believe in me. The problem here is you believe in me so much that you think I'm better than you. And I'm trying to get you to see that you just as good too. That's why I'm always saying you ain't better than me and I ain't better than you. This journey called life we both going through. So nah. We both have a lot to learn, man, but I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna make you have thick skin. Ain't that what y'all say? This is a, you gotta have thick skin to be in the music industry. Then you say that. Well, shit, Brad been spoiled all her damn life, girl. She was a damn teenage star. She always been spoiled. That's why I was mad, because I'm sitting there like, what the hell? But it's all good. It's all good. You know, I just see now that you ain't nothing but a little teddy bear, okay? Just a teddy bear. I can squeeze your cheeks. But it's all good. I'm just teaching you how to have thick skin. A lot of y'all need to have some thick skin. Come on now. Say thick skin. You know what happened to people who spoil their child but spit her on? Sometimes they grow up to be trippy. So damn spoiled that you can't get them to do shit. Nutskin. You can't get it to happen. No. And then they turn out to be brats. That's why my wife, you know, my baby, she be trying to, you know, she don't say none of that stuff. She don't say none of that. She believe that, you know, the kids got to make it on their own. You know, me being a linear parent. That's why I say, man, I'm not no bad parent. Shit. I feel like, you know, the kids need a little head start. Sure. College is tough, man. You be broke. You gotta have thick skin in college just to make it through. Thicker skin, here, thicker skin. But yeah, life is tough. It can be tough, but you need to have thick skin in this world, especially if you're black. Because the stuff we going through, they can't imagine. They can't imagine. They cannot imagine. Some people on a job can't even get a job. Some people, you know, they have a job, can't even get a job. And when they do get the job, they don't get a higher position because of the color of their skin. But it's also like that in society. If you're a person that didn't come from a lot of money, then you're treated differently in society. That's why I say racism is a system. It's a state of mind. It's a system whereas people think are less of other people than they do of themselves, you know, or their culture or their beliefs. And racism has taught all different types of division, no matter what the division is. There's even racism against white people too. So when I say racism, I'm talking about all the people that's racist, okay? Yeah. 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 Because it's in all cultures. I don't care what culture it is, okay? It exists in all of them. All of them. I listened to the young man in Japan, a black dude in Japan that was discriminated against because he was a black Japanese. But they exist. Look, when I say black, I mean anything that's past the brown paper bag is considered black. So therefore, it don't matter what nationality you are. If you're that dark, you're gonna be considered black in their country. Same go for America. So I'm just letting you know, letting you know, letting you know. I even had a white man question me one time and asked me if I was Cajun. I guess he felt like if I was Cajun, that would have sounded better than saying I was black. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But so did my ex-girlfriend. She thought I was Creole. No, I ain't Creole. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Creole either, bro. Now everybody from New Orleans Creole, okay? We ain't all Cajun, okay? There's a difference between Cajun and Creole. Just know that. It's a difference, okay? So it's not all the same. It's not all the same. Just like in New Orleans, we don't all eat boudin, man. No, we don't all eat boudin, man. No. You go outside of New Orleans, maybe the Lafayette or something, they eating boudin, but New Orleans, that ain't a big thing in New Orleans. No boudin. Nah, not no boudin. Not no boudin. Not no boudin. So no, that's not a big thing. I know y'all like to think so. But that's not a big thing, okay? Okay. So yeah, it's differences in culture. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you go to Mexico. Mexico got different cities too. Hell, Houston ain't the same as Dallas. And Stop Six ain't the same as Como and Fort Worth. The Ninth Ward ain't the same as the Seventh Ward in New Orleans. It's all different. And you gotta have a different type of thick skin. If you from the Ninth Ward versus you from the Seventh Ward, because it's two different wards here, they think differently. Just like every gang ain't the same. The red ain't the same as the blue. They different. You gotta have a different type of thick skin. But yeah, I'm the person, me. I'm the person. I will give you so much thick skin, you'll be the best you could ever be. And then while you sit up there and being proud of your accomplishments, I'll be sitting back looking at you like, I told you. I knew you could do it. You ain't even know, huh? I know you ain't know, child. You ain't know. That was my plan all along. Yeah, girl, because if you accomplishing and you getting a hit record, guess what? I got a hit record too, because I helped your ass get there. You're damn right. You're damn right. If I pick on you, your ass gonna get a thick skin, and you're gonna be a better person. Sometimes it's not always bad. Like my wife may put me through something, and that's because she want me to be a better person. Okay, my baby, who I call my wife, my soon to be, yeah. But yeah, she do it all because she love me. You know, like in the hood, the bros, they be picking on their little brothers, but they do it because they want them to have some thick skin. It's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's actually for the good. Sometimes we do it because we want you to protect yourself. We want you to know that you're better than what you think you are. If when somebody talks about you and you feel like it's true, you're going to perceive that. That's who you're going to be. Your actions are going to speak that. It's going to be in your attitude and your talk, your walk. That's why I love to make my baby feel good about herself. Because it's a different walk with her. If you notice, my baby Jessica, it's a different walk. You heard me? I call her Jessica. Y'all call her Judy. She's always going to be Jessica to me. But Judy, when I make her feel good, it makes me feel good. Because it's something about she changed. Like her whole persona changed. She got that attitude like, yeah, I'm feeling fucking good. I'm feeling myself today. I feel so damn good. It's in her walk, it's in her talk, it's in everything. Woo! I love it. I mean, love it. I love it. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to tell you that you have to have a thick skin in order to love yourself, in order to do what you're supposed to do for you, in order to make yourself feel good about you, in order to not put limitations on you and not allow other people to do it too. We all have to learn it. Fighting yourself every day is having thick skin. Because sometimes we have to fight ourselves not to knock somebody the hell out. That's having thick skin too. I remember when I dated somebody who was on drugs, she tried to get me to take drugs, so was the other person. And I had so much thick skin that I told them no. That's not me. And no matter how much they tried to push the issue, I told them no. Just like when I was in junior high, the dude came up to the school, stuck the gun in my face, and tried to make me take drugs. I told him no. Because I had thick skin back then. Enough to say no, enough to not let anybody else conform me to what they want me to be. That's having thick skin. You gotta have enough thick skin that when your friends want to go out a party and you in school and you know damn well you have an exam the next day, if you fail like mug, you fail class, you gotta have enough thick skin to fight yourself to say, look, self, I'm gonna stick to the path. Because I need to be able to pass, man. Yeah, I could go out right now, but if I do that, then guess what? I'm screwed. Sometimes you got to fight yourself just like I fight myself. You have to believe in yourself just like I believe in myself. And by me believing in myself, that helps y'all to believe in you. So I got to stay on my path. Because by me believing in myself and me continuing to do it, guess what? That's going to do something for you. I plan to go on this book tour for my book, The End of Systematic Racism. Make sure you guys look at the post notification and check me out. I'm having a pre-sale on my book. I really want to be able to talk to a lot of people, help a lot of people, and help them understand life. All right? So anyway, if I'm going to be the best, you're going to be the best. We're going to have thick skin. Don't worry about the rest. In life, we're going to manifest. So don't worry about this. In school, it's called a test. The school of hard knocks. Everyday life, you either have thick skin or you're not. Stop letting other people think you're not hot. So let's give it all you got. All right? So, if I believe in me, you believe in you. Let's do this. Let's get through. God bless you. Have a good night.